Hey everybody, welcome to the first video of the 2018 calendar year in the 18 season. Uh, I would like to say that I've been too busy with work to have sit down and make a video, but that is just not the case. I've just been uh, uber lazy, and I've waited to the very last possible second to do this video as it pertains to next year's draft order. Um, and so, first and foremost, uh, it was a great matchup between Katie and Sam B for the championship, but the championship goes to Sam B. So, for the fourth straight year, the belt stays in Oshkosh. For 3 out of 4, it stays in the Baron's household. So, hey, there you go. We become the second uh, husband-wife combo behind Jenny and Troy Cox that have held the trophy prior to the belt's inception, and now the Barons have held the belt. And while the Harveys and the Stanczyks have yet to even sniff the gold. Um, so before we get into what we're doing for the 19 draft, which starts on Sunday, let's quickly recap the 2018. Who's got the first pick? Remember, we did the the 4 majors in golf in 2017. So let's just quickly recap that before we move on. Here's the 2018 draft pick order. So, like I said, I have the first overall choice overall in a draft, followed by Andy, which I believe this is his highest opportunity to pick wherever he wants, followed by runner-up Katie, then the Dumper Award last year's first overall pick, Sam J. Then, of course, right here, this middle plethora, it is all the same, right? Eric, Bob, Kyle, just interchange them in those 3 spots. Then we have the champion, Sam B, followed by John, Travis, who has been a down year, and then Kara, and then finally getting what the leftover scraps, Dana. Alright, so I have till July 1st to make my pick of where I want to draft. And then after that, uh, everybody else has 24 hours from that point to make their selection, ending it on July 15th to when everybody knows when their draft order is, and we can start the world of mock drafts and all that jazz. I'm using analytics. I'm looking at, since I've been keeping track of every draft and every finish throughout all these years, I've come up with a system, and I think I've got my couple narrowed down. I think there's 4 spots that I'm looking at, and it's pretty intriguing. Especially, let's just take a moment to talk about what possibly could be the revolution of the running backs. You you gotta imagine with the all of a sudden, 1 year ago, the top 3 was all running backs. Everybody else was wide receivers. Now, you know, does the pendulum swing actually for it to go back to where you might see more running backs getting picked to your Bell, your Johnson will still be up there, um, your Ezekiel Elliott, but now your Kareem Hunt has snuck on there, your Kamara has snuck up there, and so, and then there's always going to be your late round. Then you start getting into those late round picks like your McCoy, um, Ajayi. Start picking up those guys that are good in that 6th, 7th, 8th pick, and you wait for the wide receiver. But now you have this longer out, uh, drawn out thing. So I'm playing that into my mind too. If I move back, still know I can get a good running back, or if I stay up and screw it all up and just take Rob Gronkowski or maybe Sebastian Janikowski was my first overall pick. You never know. I don't know. Wild card, right? So, with that, let's get right into uh, going into 2019 draft. And the reason why it starts up, we have to talk about it. It is like the longest sport. starts this Sunday with the Daytona 500. That's right, NASCAR. Uh, we were going to do NASCAR last year, but we couldn't quite iron out the details to make it, you know, workable. That was fun. We toiled with stuff like every week you picked a driver. Um, we but the downfall to that was, you know, it really goes from mid-February to mid-November for Eric or myself to constantly be every week, contacting everybody to get them to pick a driver that, let's be honest, none of us really follow close enough that we're really like, who, I guess, just give me that driver, the blue car, the Tide Pod car. That's the one I want. I want the Tide Pod car. But then we just thought maybe we just pick a racer outright. You pick the racer, and wherever that racer does, that's yours. And then complications come up is, if you don't know much about it, some racers are only part-time. What happens if an injury, what happens if an injury were to occur? Like, someone gets in a wreck and they're got a concussion. That happens, believe it or not, concussions in racing, and they're out for a period of time. Then what do we do? That's out. You're out. You're done. It kind of was like that. So then what I kind of developed is simply this. Reverse order. So Sam J on top, Sam B on bottom, but the pole position. So really, if I don't know what your knowledge of racing is, so if it is above this, I apologize. But the pole position is the day before the race. Everyone drives around the track 3 times, and they take the highest lap, and then the fastest times, they start them off in that order, 1 through 44. Okay, so that's winning the pole. So the way we figured it is literally just take start 1 to start 12, and everybody gets that racer, and then it goes. So theoretically, since Sam J lost, Sam J will always get the benefit of taking the pole position, so the person that starts first. Every race from here on out, Sam J's got that competitor. And subsequently, whoever starting 12th in every race will be Sam B. See how that works, and everybody else in between. And I'll show you your places here in a minute. And then wherever that place finishes, we just put it on a spreadsheet. There's 36 races, and at the end you just get your number, and that's where, obviously the lower number will be the qualifier there. If you crash, if you get out of a race, it still puts you at the end. So you'll be like 41, 39, 38. Like you'll have a place, so you don't have to worry about it. But every week you could have a new driver. So since you know your number, you can always look it up on ESPN and whatever, and just take a quick look, and you'll know who you have. Or you just wait for the videos every couple of weeks, or you just don't care and you just wait to the end of it all. I don't know. Maybe get into NASCAR. At least maybe this week you watch it because it's the big one. It's the Daytona 500. It's one of like the 3 biggest races that they do. No one got Danica Patrick, so sorry. Can't help. Aaron Rodgers can't help you out there. So it's as simple as that. That's how quickly we make it, and then we can post on the Facebook who you got, so you can kind of track it as far as you want to track it. So let's take a look at the order of who's got who, and then I think they already figured out Daytona. I might be wrong, but I think they did. So I'll give you your people. Don't quote it. We'll go from there. The 2019 draft order NASCAR. So like I always said, Sam J will always take the pole position. Travis will round out row 1. Kyle and Kara will be in row 2 and 3 and 4. Eric and Bob, fitting. They should be in row 3, right in the middle, always stuck together because the last couple of years it's always been a battle for them. Dana and John, row 4. In row 5, Andy and JB. Another fitting row there. And then in row 6, with the 11 and 12 place starters, the participants in the championship game, Katie and Sam B, with Sam B always taking 12th place. I mean, I'm not going to pretend I'm going to tell you who's all good. I know some of these names. There's a good chunk of people in here that I'm like, maybe good luck. Um, but here you go. This is who you have for the Daytona 500. If you have a star next to your name, so Travis with Danny Hamlin, Eric with Joey Logano, and Katie with Kurt Busch, you have all won the Daytona 500 before. Everybody else, you're looking for your first one, I guess. I don't know, right? I mean, my guy name is Clint. How many Clints are out there in the world? Alex Bowman drives the 88 car that Dale Earnhardt Jr. did. He won twice, so there you go. Of course, Dale Earnhardt, his father, did crash in the wall and die there, so you know, there's also that. Well, there you go. There you have it, folks. Uh, I think this all season I'll do some videos. I have some time, maybe, depending on how things shake out going forward, and we can start looking at statistics from the 2018. We can start looking at projections for the 2019. But nonetheless, I just wanted to get this out there. So remember, pay attention. Sunday starts our thing, and to give you a hint, our 2020 draft order will be determined by the XFL. Come on, a fantasy XFL league. Come on, perfect, right? Unless you have a better idea. If you do, just shoot it my way, and we'll possibly go with it. But ladies and gentlemen, let me say for the first time in 2018, I'll see you on the fantasy gridiron. Biggity boogie boogie. Let's go racing, boys.